Hello and welcome back to the Naked Expat channel. If this video has popped up in your feed today, maybe it's not by chance. Maybe it's a little nudge from the universe, or if you're a believer, from God, telling you it's time to start creating again. Let me tell you a story. Over 2 decades ago, I'd already stepped away from the financial services and investment management rat race. I'd lived in Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, and eventually, about 13 years ago, found myself in the Philippines with my then Filipino wife and young son. Even though I was retired, I still had that itch, that feeling that I needed to do something productive. So I buried myself in learning, WordPress websites, blogging, online business. I devoured hundreds of books and tutorials. Every night I told myself I was being productive, but deep down I wasn't. I was avoiding the real issue, actually starting something. I'd considered YouTube before and I just felt too intimidated by it, so I never bothered. Every time I tried to build a website, self-doubt crept in. Who am I to do this? What makes me so special? So instead of creating, I researched and researched and researched some more. It felt productive, but it was all consumption. I wasn't creating anything. I was just feeding off of other people's ideas. And that's when it hit me. My days were full of consumption, food, media, information, but almost no production. And that's why I felt unfulfilled. Here's the trap. Consumption feels like progress. Reading books, watching like how-to videos, scrolling through motivational content. It tricks your brain. You feel busy, but you're not building anything. And the worst kind of consumption? Social media. We all know it. We call it doom scrolling for a reason. You get that little dopamine hit, then it's gone. And you know it's empty. That's not what you're here for. You weren't born to scroll TikTok cat videos until bedtime. In May 2025, I made a decision. No more endless consumption. I decided to produce something every single day, no matter how small. A video, a post, a message, a thought, anything. And I stuck with it. Now, 7 months later, I've created something every single day. And the change is absolutely life-altering. Trust me. I now have over 3,500 subscribers here on YouTube. Now, okay, that's still small and very modest compared with many of my peers in the Philippines. But I know I'm producing authentic, real value. One video recently hit 95,000 views. But the real win isn't the numbers, it's the comments. People saying, "You've helped me," and "I didn't know this, thank you." That's fulfillment, that's purpose. And because I'm producing, not just consuming, other rewards have followed. Some channel members now have international wills, which is fantastic, and very efficient offshore investment portfolios in place. That all provides genuine peace of mind. Now that's real impact and real value. And it all started when I stopped consuming and started creating. You don't have to create for the rewards. You create because that's what we're designed to do. All of us, you and I, in the image of a creator, should you be so inclined. And when you plant enough seeds, trees eventually grow. That's just cause and effect. Each time you create something and put it out there, people respond. You learn, you improve, and you grow. And that cycle, that feedback loop, is where fulfillment lives. It's like compound interest. It builds over time. It snowballs. So you might be thinking, all right, but what do I actually create? Well, it's quite simple, really. Start by creating around whatever you already consume. If you love travel videos, Make travel videos. If you watch fitness content, share your own fitness journey. If you love surfing, do documentaries and reactions, anything about surfing. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Every journey starts with the first step. The path only reveals itself as you walk it. Every post, every attempt opens new doors. There's a verse that sums this up perfectly. It's Proverbs 14:23 if you're interested. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. In other words, you have to take action. You've got to walk the talk. When I was reading productivity books like Deep Work or Atomic Habits, I convinced myself I was improving, but I wasn't. I wasn't producing anything. Now, every time I learn something, I share it. I create from it. That's when it becomes valuable. When you create, you transform consumption into contribution. And if you're a retired man living abroad or planning to, this message is especially for you. Asia, Latin America, these places aren't just affordable. They give you the space to create. They're less consumer driven, less narcissistic. Life moves at a slower pace and more intentionally. You can think, breathe, and build something meaningful again. So here's my challenge to you for the rest of 2025, what's left of it, and beyond into next year. Stop consuming and start producing. Every day. It doesn't matter what it is. Write something, record something, build something. Because the moment you start creating, you start living again. And here's the beautiful part. When you're creating, it never feels like work. It feels like a purpose, a mission. It makes you feel alive. That's what you deserve in this next chapter of your life, especially as you move into retirement. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy no-nonsense, real-world advice on becoming and maintaining life as an expat, please like, subscribe, and consider joining Naked Expat as a member, because then you'll get exclusive perks, one-on-one mentoring from yours truly, and soon, member-only live streams. Stay curious, stay bold, and as always, enjoy.